All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Space Brothers, episode 19. We are nearing the very end of the test. We even touched base with Kenji.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen him, and now we're getting actual backstory and full-on exploration of whether or not he feels like he can do this, given what his home situation is, and, you know, what's going on with even the team there. Have they already all kind of failed by letting things get this bad?
Right. Because it's not just, what you can do yourself. It's the collective, the whole. The people that will be in the spaceship.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And given that we've had a little bit of time with Makabe Kenji, I think it's time we go back with Muta, kind of see where things are going there, and maybe move on to like the last few bits of the actual test here. And I could see it potentially being done within either this episode or the next episode.
I think so. I would be a bit surprised if it went past 3 episodes from now.
Yeah. But all right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, the day before goodbye.
Okay.
Oh. Whoa! They're just ignoring him at this point. Yeah.
Yep, white noise.
Yep.
泣けるぜその日のうちに2人を選ぶそしたらこの閉鎖ボックスとはおさらばみんなともお別れだなるほど
Whoa.
Those are detailed drawings.
上手だね。
なんか照れるな。
ちゃんとその星の環境データから推測して生物をデザインしてるってのが科学的でいいよね。
まあ NASA のエイムズ研究センターの真似っこだよ。
That's
Okay.
cool.
海とかも超でけえの。
Yeah.
Right.
星の重力やサイズに比例して。
Much larger.
Mm-hmm. そこにはシロナガスクジラよりはるかにでかい魚がいるかもしれない。
Sure.
That'd be crazy.
I don't know what there is about that neon green and that purple, but that color, I don't know, just
love the
it
combo.
gets me creatively thinking.
Yeah.
There's something inherently alien about it, but also oh,
Right.
I want to go and make a world now.
なんてね。子供の頃そんなことばっか考えてた。
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right.
自分のことで紹介できるものってなかなかないな。じゃあ今読んでる SF 小説など。
Oh.
Okay.
いいね。
Fun, yeah. Her imagination kind of goes into kind of the fictional storylines and stuff that can come from that.
Yeah, just connecting with each other.
Wow. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Okay.
Wait,
Nice.
does that mean in A, the ones that didn't get a green card potentially are the ones that they've been the most looking at?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like Nita and Setika?
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay. All right.
Who
What
are these
they gonna
for?
be?
I looked away. Who are these for, these green cards?
Makabe and the other guy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And now they effectively get the curtain pulled away.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. Ugh.
Okay, fine.
まだやってんの？
最終日まで続けろって指令ですから。
救われないグリーンカードだね。ねえ。
Nah, not nearly as much as the other ones.
実はですね、いいニュースと悪いニュースと、
Ah,
あと
the food situation,
Okay.
probably.
どれから聞きたい？
The bad, obviously.
なんかうっすらムカつく言い回しやな。
じゃあ悪いニュースから頼むよ。
悪いニュースですね。
Showing the hair. We are completely out of food.
いいニュースと悪いニュースと
Okay, okay.
Really?
微妙なニュースがあります。
Anime was produced at a time with commercials and stuff
Yeah,
between
yeah.
that, so
Yeah.
you know, pre-era of streaming.
前から食料が足りないということで、打開策として毎食誰か一人が食事を抜くという方策でやってまいりましたが、どうやら私の計算ミスです。
Oh.
思ったより減りが早く、明日の分がありません。
おかわりしすぎた。
You had seconds, Serika.
Oh my god.
みんなでダイエットしようぜ。
じゃあ、いいニュースってない？
Nice, good attitude, Nito. Yeah.
なんと小麦粉を発見。あと水と塩もあるし、その他
Wait!
調味料も揃ってる。
Huh?
これで明日は
Yes!
うどんが
We're gonna make our own noodles! Oh!
待て待て。材料はあっても作り方がわからへん的な。
So that's the dicey news.
うどんの作り方ちゃんと知ってんねやろ
We
な。
also don't
なん
have a
か
noodle maker.
もちのろんだよ。
Oh!
ただしバッチリ仕込まなきゃならない。
And that's the dicey news.
いやまあ2、3時間でできるけど、みんなの協力が必要なのです。ではまず
ほな始めようか。
No, no, see, this is the dicey news. Hold on.
Wait. But what's the dicey news?
Yeah, what's the dicey news?
使わねえか掃除機。
作る前に片付きか。
This was Nita's green card. It's just to
Yeah.
be kind of unhelpful at times. You know?
Right.
Just to act stupid every once in a while. you know?
Exactly.
粉と水がよく馴染むように混ぜるんだ。
Yep, yep.
ダマがなくなるまでね。
This is the tough part here. Same with making bread and stuff.
Oh, right. And then you do the thing where you fold it over and over and over again.
Yep.
大丈夫です。
You gotta get to stretch thin
yeah.
enough without
う
breaking.
どんって結構つるっていけちゃうんじゃないんですか？
No, they can be.
頭でよく知ってるね。
前にシャロンおばちゃんって人のところで作ったことがあって、天文台で。
Let's go back, yeah.
やってみる？やるやる。まずは粉を測って。
Oh, sure.
Okay. So maybe Nita was serious about the vacuum as to like suck out all the air.
No. There we go. Inevitably going to be turned into swords.
Yep. Always were swords. Oh.
They're like, oh, that was so cool.
ちゃんが切んの？あら、私うまいのよ。うわ、本当だ、すげえ。
10分茹でたら出来上がりよ。
Whew.
Okay.
たぬきのお月見うどん召し上がれ。
いただきます。
Now I want to make noodles.
天文台ってどこのですって？
シャロンおばちゃんのね。
Wait.
シャロンって金子シャロン博士？天文学者の？
そうだよ。
本当に？私本持ってます。
What?
うん。英語も教えてもらったよ。
Ah!
シャロンっていう名前の小惑星があるんだよな。
ああ。
そうですそうです。 同じ天文学者で旦那さんの金子真一博士が発見して、
Wow.
奥さんの名前をつけたんですよ。ねえ、南波さん。
Because when I see her, it means impending doom. No, I'm just-
Yeah, I knew that.
yeah, totally knew that.
And Sharon was that big a deal?
みんなシャロンのこと知ってるんだ。今までこんなこと一度もなかった。
Yeah.
何？天文台？
Wow. Oh.
こんな不気味なとこ誰が行くかよ、バカ。だいたい星なんて見て何が嬉しいんだよ。良さがわからん。ただの光る点だし。
Yeah. It do be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Too real. Yes. I did the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Except mine was X-shaped, so it would be like, blah. And I'd just like, and then I'd lean forward to see if I could balance it just fine, hold enough
Right.
tension. Then I have to run to keep it because it would start to slip.
Uh-huh.
And then it eventually comes like, choke my neck. You know? Core memories.
Or it'd fall backward and you'd have to like quickly reach your arm back to catch it.
Yeah, not just dots. That's beautiful. Yep, it's a satellite.
ここにいたんだ。誘ったら喜んでついてきてくれそうな連中が。
All looking up at the same sky.
And he's only realizing this at the end of their time here because they were all so
Yeah.
like nervous and
Yep.
competitive, and even their team, which went really well. All
Oh
things
yeah,
considered,
it went fantastically.
they
yeah.
could have been like actually
like
bonding.
totally bonded the entire time.
Yeah, all this time.
実験やろ。
絶対0度でもいい。
こうマニアックな話もした。俺の話が通じてる。
Yeah,
みんなの話も手に取るようにわかる。
that's such a good feeling.
そういえば南波君、もう一つの微妙な
Yeah.
ニュースって何だったの？
ニュースっていうより再確認で、みんな分かってることだと思うけど、
We have to decide.
明日必ずこの中。
Ah, tomorrow is the last day. Yeah, he was trying to avoid it.
この閉鎖ボックスとはおさらばで、みんなともお別れなんだ。
I like it. The tests
Yeah.
basically did their work and brought them all to the place that they ultimately want them to be, which is
All right.
they're able to work together really nicely, build connections and bonds. Mm-hmm. And it's probably just how quickly they get to that point, you know?
Right.
Okay, this was a really sweet, wholesome
Yeah.
episode.
just Sweet.
Yeah,
That was a good
all the
word for
teams
it.
have come together.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta make some noodles, or you have
Right.
to really just set aside everything because either you've consciously or subconsciously realized, hey, this is about to be over.
Yeah.
So let's just build some
Make the most of
connections
it.
here. Make the most of it.
Right.
And yeah, they actually all shared that passion of like, oh, you know her?
Right,
You know that
like,
astronomer? That's so
Yeah.
awesome.
The idea that all these people that have been basically rivals, right? You know, they're in competition with them. And yet it's like, no. Statistically, almost categorically,
yeah.
you guys would be like the
Amazing
best, other than
friends.
potentially temperaments, you guys would be the best of friends because you have just about everything in common.
Right, you have like 90% of your interests aligning with regards to your dreams.
Right.
Which is like the deepest core of who you are.
And
So,
the fact that
yeah.
it's also something that requires a lot of technical know-how, there'd be
Right.
so much overlap, right? Like,
right, so much good conversational, intellectual overlap.
Yep.
You would have so many fun things that you could go in depth and talk about.
Right.
That's, in a lot of ways, one of the best ways to build a friendship is just take the people that you can naturally just gab with
Right.
about whatever it is you gab with and,
Which-
yeah, build those connections.
also is fun because then it takes the things that they did in the test that because it's a test, right? Everybody's like, okay, this is part of the test, et cetera, et cetera. But like get to know each other, talk, you know, right? Find common interests, icebreaker
2
time.
weeks.
Yeah, because you're going to be spending a lot of time with some of these people, right?
Right.
It's like, yeah, that doesn't like it is both probably part of the test and that they're seeing how they, you know, behave and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then apart from that, it's no, really, like this is in your best interest.
yeah, it
like
really
get to know
is.
each other, right? Like
It really is, yeah.
yeah.
So I'm just really excited that they got to have these moments here. But yes, the dicey news that you forgot to mention.
Yep.
Yeah. We're still going to have to pick 2 people.
Right.
Yeah. And that's rough.
That'll be interesting.
Because looking at this, I think there are very few reasons left as to why any of these people should be definitely shouldn't make it. Because based on where we've gone through here, most of the people that we thought shouldn't make it were more based on their initial reactions to the test part there.
Right.
But as of where they're at right now, they're all in pretty good places. Now, obviously, we built up more of a connection with certain characters than others, and that's our own meta stuff coming into play here. But for these characters here, they could all vote for anybody.
Right.
Really.
And that's that's the part where when they have the conversation about, okay, who are we picking? That's going to be the preface, right? It's let's be real. All of us would make great astronauts.
Yeah.
But we've got to pick 2. So, and then that also might be where they get some insight into also how JAXA has been approaching things because, then you're like, all right, well, what things do I actually look at here? If you have to choose between a bunch of very capable people.
Maybe not, though. Maybe not. There's no reason for JAXA to come in and be like, okay, now you have to do this. It's like, no, you guys just do it. Once they leave, they'll have already picked the 2 people that they are.
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. I really liked that the bits that Muto was doing still ended up just being like, yeah, you need more muscle, big brother, if you're gonna
right. If you're gonna do like Bruce Lee, right? Like, it very much felt like sort of despite our best efforts in a lot of ways, we've gotten close to each other, right? Like, it's the when you're working customer service with somebody, and it's like, you put up with a lot of bullshit, and you're also spending just so much time with them. Yeah, you get real comfortable.
Yeah, real comfortable.
Like it's right? Like even for someone like Nita who was definitely like, not like, he didn't put a lot of himself out there, right?
No.
He kind of is like, I'm going to be reserved. I'm just going to be,
he is the most
do my own thing,
5,
right? Even for him, it's the like, oh, I brought a vacuum, or like, no. Bruce Lee's got more muscle, dude.
Everyone looking at him like,
why is there a vacuum cleaner on the table?
What is that doing here? You want to clean before we start? He's like, anyway, yeah, I'll put that back.
They just look at him. He's just like, don't question it.
He like takes out the vacuum tube. He's like, a rolling pin. He does some like, see, I'm Muta. Ooh.
I can't believe I never realized that making noodles is that simple. Because I always thought of like the noodle presses that you have that have a bunch of little things, and you put the dough in and then you press it.
That's a machine, though.
Or the people that like take it and then they just do this over and over and over and over and over again.
Well,
right?
You can do that, yeah. But
right.
You don't have to make like fancy noodles, like
yeah, exactly. Like flat noodles also exist. Oh, hey, and how are those probably made? Well, you roll out
exactly what they
roll
did
out
here.
Some dough and then fold it up and slice it. It's like, oh right, yeah, huh,
yeah,
yeah, I could do that.
There's like the Italians have got like 100 types of noodles at least that are just like the ones they've got memorized.
Exactly.
And they'll rattle off the list of every single one of them, and each one has 4 to 7 syllables in their words, And
it's actually a good point. Now I'm wondering, how do they make the round noodles? Like,
I'll tell you, go on YouTube. There's some great channels talking about how to make all the different types of noodles. It's really cool.
Okay.
But yeah, having also this isn't just a small little thing, but it almost felt to me like the players in like a D&D group. Mm-hmm. I know make tons of D&D connections with this, but go with me on this here. That basically the players made their own content here. Mm-hmm. Muta came up with a thing that would be like, hey, this is a solution to a problem.
Yeah.
Let's make a whole bunch of food for tomorrow so that we'll have something to eat. It won't be that appetizing or filling,
right?
But it will be something.
Yeah,
so
boiled noodles. There we go.
If we just have that and we are able to season it a little bit,
you
know what? We're going to be just fine.
Right.
And it ends up being something that they bond over.
Right.
And I, as if I was JAXA or the DM or the test creators here, I'd be looking at this like,
Good job.
Well done.
Yeah.
I'd be looking at Muta and being like, you're all right, kid.
Yeah. Not bad.
Not bad, kid. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So, proud of you, Muta. You're being the big brother here. But I love that you're getting the support finally of something that had been maybe an insecurity for you of like, hey, I go hang out with this old lady at an observatory.
My best friend, other than my brother, is my not quite grandma. Right?
Aunt
like
Sharon, basically.
Yeah, Aunt Sharon, right?
Auntie,
when your best friend or next best friend
is,
as a little
Doc
kid,
Brown equivalent,
right? Is like a grown ass adult, like an old adult, right? It's like, yeah.
But I'm glad that this was something that he was able to have the experience of having people be like, oh, yeah, we would have been right there alongside you talking about all that stuff.
Because, damn it, even if you have a really, really niche, nerdy interest, there are people out there that'll be like, yes, that's my jam.
Thank goodness for the internet.
Yep.
Oh, my God, the amount of times where I had passions or ideas or things that I was like, oh, this is dumb. Go on the internet, go on to insert website, forum, social media, whatever.
Oh, hey, there's a bunch of people that are into that thing.
There's 100 people I found in a second that are into this thing.
Yep.
Oh, hey, there's 10,000 people that I found in a minute that are into this thing.
Yeah.
And in fact, they've already had 95% of the conversations I wanted to have about this.
I need to catch up with them.
Back in and be like, oh, you guys are talking about this? And they're like, yeah.
Right.
Like, what? Ah, that's so cool. Oh, man. I love this is almost something that we've been experiencing a lot in the anime that we've been consuming recently. The idea of people having those niche things, those specific things that they end up finding a lot of joy in, but not everybody is into it as they are.
Right, because it's niche and maybe it's a bit weird or whatever,
But, Muta, you're surrounded by these people. And in fact, even if you don't become an astronaut, there's nothing that says you can't get the info of these people and stay in contact with them.
One of the dudes that's helping with JAXA running the test and everything, he was one of the people who didn't make the cut, right? So, like, even more so with the whole icebreaker thing, it's the, hey, even if you don't end up being astronauts, like, we're not going to tell you this and we're not going to make any, like, promises or whatever, but odds are, you're going to be working with these people at some point, right?
Yeah,
like
maybe in 20 years.
These connections will last because guess what? You're kind of at the top of the top with regards to this industry to the point where we're seeing if you're going to be an astronaut. So, small community, right? Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that's just a wondrous thing. I love stories that can get me excited about how the characters are getting excited about how bright the future is. They're not just little dots in the sky. Those are dreams.
Right.
Those are
because the lights in the sky are stars. Like the fact that this show is even like taking place in the future, it's like Gurren Lagann already exists. These kids just need to go back to ye olden anime and find out about how awesome the stars are.
Actually, that's a good point. I think Space Brothers was before Gurren Lagann.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Space Brothers was around 2000.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
I want to say I thought it was like 2011 or something. But
okay, you might be right. You might be right.
Yeah.
It's either 2000, around 2010 or 2000. It's
right.
One of those
it's
two.
No.
You're absolutely right. This animation, no.
Yeah.
This is definitely 2010.
Right.
I just did
these
the math in my
character designs.
Yeah, these character designs. Nope. I'm wrong. Forget what I just said.
Serika would not look like this.
Nope.
If this was an early aughts anime.
She would have the hair like coming up out of the thing here that would be like permanently.
There'd be a lot more sharp angles, you know.
A lot more sharp angles
on all the characters.
You're absolutely right. Never mind. Completely wrong. But yeah, this just is a joy. But this was just a very also like kind of short episode that didn't really give us as much in terms of the plot progression here.
And let's be real, that kind of a breather. We've been on a big arc. This is a big moment, right? It totally makes sense that this would be kind of where like we get a lighter one.
Yeah. But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon to get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.